Dinosaurs are just blah. Fucking giant at 170.
You gave me chills. Damn, dude. Sean's family, no one has cancer for 150 years. That's crazy. When he touches you, you die. If Brandon Moreno is better in the Ultimate Fighter, he could have fought Demetrius Johnson instead of being a scrub.
Welcome back to MMA Mathletes. My name's Sean. This is Joe. We're two casual MMA fans who happen to be degenerate gamblers. Come join us while we chase the perfect parlay each week. This week, we're breaking down UFC Fight Night, Brandon Moreno versus Kavanaugh. And if you enjoy our content, make sure you're subscribed and hit that thumbs up button.
So this past weekend, we had Anthony Hernandez versus Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland beat that ass. Unfortunately, we didn't have our perfect parlays hit, but we did have a lot of our live bets hit on our live stream on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. So that was pretty cool.
That was so much fun.
Such a blast.
They really saved that card. That last 3 fight knockout streak. Oh my gosh. I was getting so sick and tired of seeing people just not finish.
I don't know how you have such big bonuses and you don't try to hit those bonuses.
I have no idea, dude. I was literally just talking about that earlier today. I was like, why is it that like the more money people are given, the less exciting they make the sport? If that makes sense.
I think that a lot of people associate making more money with your rank, but you make more money the more butts you put in seats.
Mm-hmm.
So Ronda Rousey is making more money back then than she would be, or than anyone in like the top 15, you know, like the bottom of the top 15, like that 15 to 10. She's making more than them. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You should really be getting on that shit.
Dude, I just cannot understand how heavyweights are a thing anymore. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Literally every single fight on that main card was exciting except for the heavyweights. Normally, like even 5 years ago, exact opposite.
I think it's crazy that he finally was gonna win. You see Ante, he's actually about to knock this fool out. He gets him rocked, gets him against the cage, decides to clinch.
Yeah, he engaged the clinch too.
Why did he do that?
It wasn't even Spivak that was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna engage the clinch to try to save myself. He was trying to defend himself, just trying to survive.
Yeah, he was just shelled up, and he's like, oh no, we should probably clinch right now.
Yeah,
not clinch and knee. We should just clinch.
Like, I don't know if that was just a weird, some kind of tendency that he has in training or what. But that was just ridiculous. He literally lost the fight because of that.
Well, seeing as we can't cut the entire heavyweight division, we should at least cut Ante Delija. He's won 1 out of his last 3 fights in the UFC.
I mean, it's just difficult. It's like you're running a skeleton crew at this point with the heavyweights.
And like, we need to have an Ultimate Fighter season where it's just like bringing everyone.
I mean,
every year they should have a Ultimate Fighter season with the heavyweights.
I think what they need to do with the Ultimate Fighter too is like get some fucking debauchery in there.
Yeah, I think it's stupid that they got rid of the drinking, but I don't think they can. I think Paramount's running such a tight ship. Did you see all the censorship that's going on with Sean Strickland? They cut his mic last night.
I mean,
but he wasn't even saying anything crazy.
I mean, he's not saying anything like,
compared to how far he could go.
Yeah, his normal shit. Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not crazy. I'm saying that he could have went further, and I was like, that's pretty mild for cutting him off. And
especially because he's just spitting facts. I mean, you could Google that shit. Like,
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that people are like, they're like, oh, I know how we can control him. We'll just censor him. If you censor him, you're giving fuel to the fire.
Yeah,
you're giving Voldemort the fear. He's growing his numbers now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, people are gonna like flock to him more.
Exactly,
because of it.
He's polarizing. Yeah. You made him more polarizing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but it's like, I don't know.
No, I think they just don't. They don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers. Which the problem is that you should be willing to ruffle people's feathers because that's gonna get your side galvanized a little bit more. Like the people that watch the UFC right now are people that like we're like fuck these people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very tribalistic. Where you're
look
like,
at our comments.
Yeah, 100%. Or like look at people that even just MMA as a community versus like football. They're like, oh fuck football. Football's not even a real sport, compared to fighting. They're like you're out competing the tribalistic nature between those two sports at that point. You're like, essentially you're just like, fuck you. And then you're like, fuck you. And then you're like, fuck you. But because of that, like you're gaining people within these structures to like really like each other. But then you're also like making it so that people are going to like ride or die with your content.
Yeah. Well, they
I
have
guess.
to tune in.
Yeah.
I have to see what's going on. I hate this guy.
Yeah.
I have to see what's going on. I love this guy. You know?
But yeah. And
It's not like that with football though.
yeah, because there's everyone's like on eggshells. They're not trying to be outspoken or anything like that. Because if they're outspoken, then either A, they're going to get cut, or B, no one's going to sign them regardless. I mean, obviously, Colin Kaepernick would be like the main like example of that in the NFL, where he was outspoken.
Who does he play for now?
No one, but he's making so much money.
Yeah,
being an activist, so I don't think he should be too worried about it. Probably making more money as that than being a potential backup anywhere else.
And then before the Sean Strickland fight, we had the Jeff Neal fight. R.I.P. Jeff Neal. Holy shit!
But Uros is that guy. I've been telling you.
I've been telling you.
Whoa, you've been telling me, and then you picked Jeff Neal, brother.
Yeah, for the bet.
But it was I knew Uros was going to take him out.
How did you hear about Uros?
Through you.
Oh, sorry. We're just going round circles now.
I know.
He's that guy. I know he's that guy. But I thought the Jeff Neal last dance was going to do this. At least to decision. I didn't think he was going to get knocked like that. That was early knock.
I know, but he got early knocked in the previous fight. And
yeah, that was a light tap. Yeah. That was not the strike that he got knocked out with in the first round yesterday is not nearly comparable to the last knockout that he had. That's an insane.
I mean, I'm not saying that they're 1-1, but I'm saying that like Uros hits hard. That's all I'm saying. He does hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, man. It was just like, I just felt that Jeff Neal, it was his time. I'm sorry, but it just is what it is. Uros, I'm so excited to see who he fights.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
I think it's gonna be Leon. I think they're like, yeah. I mean, his post-fight interview was top tier. Like,
yeah, direct to the point too. I like.
Oh yeah, and it was just like he gained so many fans off of that post-fight interview.
100%.
And I think him versus Leon. Let's do it. Let's run it.
My favorite thing is when people go to the comment section and they go, "Just so you know, he got knocked out in the first round. Just so you know." I'm like, oh, just so you know, Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo real fast in the first round. Oh wait, we're not talking about old fights. Like, it's ridiculous. You're making a bet on what's going to happen in the future. Everyone's hindsight's 2020. I actually just watched the interview. Or I just watched the fight, and you were actually wrong. Did you know that you were wrong? It's like, yeah, we watched the fight live.
Yeah.
Like dumbasses.
And then, dude, Leal was trying his fucking hardest to knock out Chito, though. Like,
that was impressive.
Out of anyone that was like, okay, I'm not gonna knock on him for making it go to decision.
Yeah,
it was there was just not enough time for him.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna get the knockout too.
Yeah,
and man, that was a tough fight. That was my lock of the week, and I'm not sad that I didn't get it because first off, Chito got chin tested quite a bit. Dude, he was trying.
Carlos was trying to win that one for you. I gotta say,
thank you, Carlos. But he came out and he came out how he normally comes out. I love that. Come out how you're supposed to come out. Like, I don't want to see you not come out that way.
And then you also had the Zachary Reese. You think it was a robbery? I think it was a close fight either way. But
I'm just in the minority. Everyone thinks it was that's the right answer.
I mean, I don't know. It's pretty 50-50. I've been seeing a lot of comments going both ways on it. So it's like, that was a razor thin third round, in my opinion. But I
have him winning 2 and 3. I think Pereira. Take a point. You can't keep on calling a fake nut shot and not take a point. If you're gonna take a point for real nut shots, you're immediately nut shot 1 point. It's like, okay, well, or eye poke 1 point.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, twice now he gave a fake. It's not real thigh and then a belt line doesn't count.
Yeah.
And then the eye poke was ridiculous too. Did he get eye poked? Maybe it grazed him a bit, but it didn't affect him.
Yeah, but also it doesn't help his case when
soccer player.
The first two were just obviously above the belt line and onto the actual inner thigh. And I don't know what Herb Dean was doing with that,
dude.
but like you can clearly see it in the video, and then still gave him extra time to like recover. So I don't know what his game plan was.
I don't know.
I mean,
That was annoying.
There was a lot of bad reffing though last night.
Tons of bad reffing. That one guy, was it the guy or girl?
You're talking about
the girl.
Yeah.
The girl. What's her
Nora,
name? Yeah, Nora gets put out. She's asleep, and then was it Herb Dean?
No, it's some guy that's probably not going to ref again.
Oh no, that was the new guy who I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
and
we don't care to know his name.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. She gets put out, and then she gets choked out because she's not getting, like, the ref's not stepping in. Dude, she's fucking out. Like,
obviously has an injury.
Yeah, dumb.
Like, it's so crazy.
I hope she has a speedy recovery because that was dog shit. She shouldn't have taken that punishment. The ref should have stepped in.
And then there was also the Jacoby Smith one.
Dude,
that was pretty brutal.
Insane, brother.
Like the inconsistency between late stoppages and early stoppages, like it's getting pretty bad now.
Yeah.
I mean, even look, like, you know, we're going to talk about Brendan Moreno. So that was,
dude, when he's building
that needed to be stopped.
Yeah.
But the guy that's completely out and he's just getting like hammer fists rained down on him, like that guy is not put out. Like, I'm just confused. Like, where are we at on that?
So dumb. Yeah, that's really stupid. I mean, I'm going to say it a million times, but Brandon Moreno, when he's just like, he's building his base back up and he gets called out.
Yeah.
And he's like looking around like, what? Was I like out or something?
Yeah.
Like, what was going on? It's like yeah, we were all thinking the same thing.
Yeah, he's like he's defensively responsible too. Because how do you get out of that situation? Oh, I have to wrestle up.
Yeah, so he's building back up. He's sliding his knees in. He's building his base back up. Stupid. Yeah. But yeah, that Sean Strickland knockout.
Dude, like, he's just so good.
Dude.
Like, people just forget how good he is. You know, everyone's like, dude, Fluffy. I'm like, yeah, Fluffy's really good, but it just shows how good Sean Strickland really is. He is that guy.
I'm like, Sean Strickland. All right, yeah, I was like, Sean Strickland's going to win. And everyone's like, but Anthony Hernandez is on 8-fight win streak. How are you going to... He beat Brendan Allen. I'm like, yeah, so did Strickland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, they're like, but look who Strickland lost to last time. Yeah, DDP smokes Anthony Hernandez's ass, bro. Like,
like DDP, who is he lost to in the middleweight division? Oh, it's just Hamzat. That's it.
Yeah.
Everyone else, he's like honestly kind of walked through.
Yeah. So
like,
it's ridiculous.
You know, minus maybe the first Sean Strickland fight, which is like, you know.
I don't want to talk about that.
Seriously.
Dude, the knee though was the end of it all. As soon as he got that knee in there, I mean, Anthony Hernandez he couldn't take anything.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good at just attacking the body, and it saps your energy, especially depending on who you are. I mean, Anthony Hernandez, he doesn't have just like rock solid abs. He's got kind of a soft stomach, and it's just like he was just eating those teeps, eating the jabs to the body, everything like that. And how sharp Sean Strickland's eyes are of just being just always in the pocket, but then just he can evade just perfectly every single time.
Yeah.
All that sparring that he does constantly just made it so that his eyes are just crazy.
I really enjoyed how he was going into the exchanges, and at the end of the exchange, he was always peeling off to his left and back. Mm-hmm. Like, he just kept on moving out that way, like circling out, pivoting out at the same time, just creating so much distance. So it's like, I'm hitting you, I'm not getting hit. Hitting you, I'm not getting hit.
And that's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. What a gangster, dude. Good for him.
And then, you know, and now he can go back to his antics because he won.
Exactly.
You know?
What a dog.
Dude, I mean, what do you think about those comments that he said after the fight?
Which ones?
The Aspen Lad ones.
Dude, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what he knows or anything like that, but that shit's creepy as fuck. And I mean, we've seen like a Me Too movement type deal in like the MMA and jiu-jitsu community for a while now. Yeah. Especially like was it B Team and all that.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But it was just so I don't know. I think he worded it actually really well, where you're just like, oh yeah, this is kind of gross. So I mean, I don't know. It's like I guess like he said, she said type of thing, mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he also said some shit about the guy who elbowed Dean the Great. So this past weekend, Dean the Great was hanging out on stream with Rampage Jackson and Larry Wheels. And then he was talking shit to Larry Wheels, saying he's going to like hug his girl if he wants to or some shit like that. Larry Wheels smacks the shit out of him. Then he's at a party later that night. And then he goes up to Tiki and he's like talking shit to him. Tiki's like, aren't you the guy who got slapped on stream? He's like, yeah, but I'll smack the shit out of you. And he's like, oh, you will? And he's like, oh, yeah. And he keeps talking shit. So he just fucking like wrecks him. Then Sean Strickland comes out and he's like, it's so interesting. This guy sucker punched that little guy, referring to like Dean the Great. And he's like, so interesting that he sucker punched him because he groomed like a 12-year-old girl or a 15-year-old girl or something like that. And then someone said, at Grok, is that true? And Grok was like, yeah, he had what's called charges for like a 12-year-old girl. I'm like, oh my God, he was at like a slumber party or something like that. So Sean Strickland, I mean, he's out here, he's busting these groomers and these.
Is he just the current day? Like, you remember when Connor would just have all this information? You're
he
like,
knows everything.
How the fuck do you know this shit? When he's like, oh yeah, like TJ, you know, he's no longer in your camp. He's over with Dwayne. And you're like, what the fuck? How does he know this shit? And then like, you know, like 6 months to a year later, they're like, yeah, by the way, they parted ways and now he's with Dwayne. And you're just like, what?
Yeah, he knows everything.
He just knows.
Yeah. Or like when he was at the face-off with Khabib and he's like, what about you, you little rat? And he's talking to that one guy and he knows all the information about everyone on his team. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Connor's one of one though.
Yeah. But that, I mean, it's just still just really crazy.
Dude, but that fucking, I don't know if it was an elbow. I think it was an elbow.
I think it was an elbow. I think it was a short elbow.
Dude, how nuts was that elbow?
So beautiful. It was like technically perfect.
Yeah, I guess he didn't know that he fought. He thought he was just some random guy at the party.
Yeah, that's why you don't talk shit to just people you don't know.
Yeah, but then, I mean, but also you talking shit and you get hit. That's it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the line.
Him
talk
running,
shit, get hit.
Exactly. But like him running back when Larry Wheels does it, and when Larry Wheels smacked him, he's like talking to Rampage about getting like his gun and shit. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my strap. It's like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, I know. He was having a rough week.
Yeah, that was 24 hours.
Yeah, well, he also had, I think he was like getting off the lot or something like that with his new car, and then the fucking roof like came off or some shit like that.
Jeez.
And then there was like another thing that happened on stream that like he was just having a rough day.
Well, there's another thing that happened on stream where he's in a neck brace and he tried to backflip, thinking it was not that big of a deal, and he like just hits the wall and like just collapses. Dude. I think he has like early onset CTE or something.
I mean, after this week, he definitely does.
Holy shit, bro!
Yeah. No, that's just a bad day.
Bad day to have bad day.
Yeah, seriously.
Dan Hooker. Holy shit! So I wake up and I'm like on Twitter, and I just see like this like stripper looking girl. And it says Dan Hooker into men. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? So I click on her video because I'm like, I have to know. I got to know. So the video is like this like stripper, and she's like, yeah, you know, Dan Hooker has a wife and kids, and he has me as a girlfriend. So it's like this like weird 3-way thing where like he could be with his wife and kids, that's fine, but then like he's dating her. Right.
It's like an open relationship type of thing.
Kind of. And then he would always buy her shit. And this is all alleged from this chick. But she said that he would like buy him shit. And then like a sugar daddy type thing, paying her rent. And every time he would cheat on her with another girl, like someone else that wasn't the wife or her, then he would have to buy her something. So eventually it becomes this like game where it's like a Pavlovic response, like, ooh, you do this, I get this, you know? So she's like trying to find ways to catch him cheating because she has a whole list of things that she wants, like a wish list, basically.
Yeah.
So she goes on his phone and she finds out that he's like cheating on her with like dudes. And she's like, yeah, you know, like, and dude, the video is wild because she says all this shit. She goes, yeah. And then he was like, you know, cheating on me with dudes. But anyways, back to what we're doing. Just skims right the fuck by it. And
like that's what we were really wanting to hear about.
All we were like everyone in the whole MMA community, we're all just like, as soon as we see it, we're like, whoa, Dan Hooker's gay now. Like everyone on Twitter. And then Dan Hooker goes, and he has the fucking funniest response. He wakes up and he the next day, And he goes and he's like, I just woke up. What's happening? I hear I'm gay now or something like that. Bro, so funny. And then there's another meme that MMA Guru, I think he started it. And it was like, you're like Izzy on one side and you're Dan Hooker on the other side. And it says like they've been passing around Kai Kara France, like a little blunt in that gym. And then there's Kai Kara France in the middle.
Damn, that's bad.
Bro, so funny. So funny though.
Oh my god.
That shit's wild.
That is wild.
It's wild because it's like, first off, who cares if he's gay? But it's just wild. Like that outing is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
To have like some stripper girl of this open relationship find out that you're just like fucking around with all these dudes. I thought it was pretty funny.
Honestly, that whole thing was crazy.
What are
Dan
we doing
Hooker
here?
might need a reality show.
Bro, it's fucking insane. I don't even know.
Gosh, that is the wildest story though.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, okay, like just like following him. Like,
I didn't see this, but all I can imagine is that you just get one layer every 5 minutes. So it's just like, like when you're watching like a really good like drama, like a girly drama, and it's like, oh yeah, so this is happening, and then it's like, okay, by the way, and then this is also gonna be happening, and you're like, okay, so this is the whole story. Okay, this is getting pretty crazy. And it's like, then you got another thing, another layer, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is fucking happening here?
yeah, but
It's like Inception, but of just like drama.
it's told from like the side of a female though, and females, it's so funny what they think is interesting and what we think is interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, so my friend Marjorie, like she's getting a divorce with her boyfriend, or her husband. They were boyfriend and girlfriend since high school. It's so insane. He like cheated on her with a bunch of guys. But like I think it's just insane to me that he didn't take her out to get flowers that one day. And you're just like, okay, wait, hold on, he's cheating on her with a bunch of guys. And it's like yeah, and then the fact that he like got that one girl pregnant, but like, it wasn't even like his high school sweetheart. So the craziest part about it is like when we were in college, it's like, what are you talking about? I don't care about you in college. Go back. He's gay and he got some random girl pregnant that's not his wife.
Dude, yeah.
Rewind this shit.
Just the smallest details on that.
Yeah.
And then never have the full details on that situation.
Yeah. And it's like, I didn't ask about that. It's like, why wouldn't you ask about that? That's the most important part.
Yeah.
That's the juice.
Yeah. Like, I think you're missing some chapters in that book.
Yeah. What are we up to? Yeah. Go back to the diary. Bring it back here.
God, that is some juicy drama right
That
there,
is some
though.
juicy goss.
Yeah. Seriously. That's what they need to start doing, though. They need to start just having some of these, like, almost like a Real Housewives, but of just UFC fighters. And just gets it. Because, like, honestly, you would get so much, like, female attention and, like, other people attention, the demographic that you don't have yet from that shit. Because, like, it's hard to come into MMA as a sport if you're not really, like, a sport person.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, for example, like, like our mom is like not a huge fan of MMA, like in the beginning. But then it's like, once you start learning people's stories, you get emotionally attached. Then it's like, okay, so now I start to get like breadcrumbed into liking MMA.
Yeah. So that's how you get someone in. That's how it's kind of like doing drugs for the first time or something. It's like, you haven't smoked weed with me before. That's like the gateway. And then you're like, I guess I'll smoke weed with him. Apparently it's a life-changing experience. And then it's like all of a sudden now they're like, want to smoke weed all the time with you. But with MMA, it's the same thing. So if you're trying to get your girlfriend in MMA and she's like all about social justice, what you do is you find someone or some way to relate it to that fighter. And now you have her just like kind of like, oh, yeah, I kind of hope that guy wins because of this, that, and the other thing that mean nothing. They have absolutely no bearing in the octagon or in the sport in general. And then every time they go on, they're like, okay, I hope that guy wins. Hope that guy wins. Well, also, they hang out with this guy. Oh, well, now I like this guy too. And that's how you do it. And then eventually you have them sitting on the couch watching the sport with you because they think it's like Twitter. And for you, it's like the fights.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's the high level, especially if you can learn some of these people's like backstories and shit. And you're like, yeah, dude, that person grew up in the favelas, had to fight every day on the corner trying to, just provide for his family and stuff like that. And then he had to move up into this, and then he did this, and he did this. And then they're like, okay, well, like now I'm invested.
Perfect example, Chito Vera.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, he just got on the Ultimate Fighter, and he was just trying to do this for his daughter's surgeries. oh my God, her eyes are like watering. It's like, yeah, this is the guy we're watching this weekend.
It's like sold. Okay, I'm watching that fight now.
Brandon Moreno. Yeah, he's the first Mexican-born UFC fighter. Here's his post-fight interview
UFC champion, right?
Or UFC champion. Here's his post-fight interview when he won the belt, and he's like crying and stuff. Now they're crying. It's like, yep, he's fighting this weekend. That's how you do it. You just breadcrumb him in. It's men's version of book club.
Yeah,
like
100%.
That's it.
I agree.
Yeah. We had tons and tons of fights that were announced.
Oh, I know.
We have Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. That's gonna be a great fight.
That is gonna be a great fight.
I think
someone's getting put out.
I think Johnson takes that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a very fun fight, but I think Johnson has too many tools. And even though he's at his age, I think that he's just.
But also, overall, Drew Dober's at his age, he's like old as well.
But stylistically, I think that Michael Johnson's a nightmare for Drew Dober.
He's also just so damn fast.
Still, that's age, That's why I said for. Yeah, but Drew Dober also for his age.
No, but just,
that's what I was saying.
Just in general, he's always been fast. So it's just like, I don't know. Especially if he can throw like doubles of stuff, double jab, things like that. I feel like sometimes Drew Dober can just kind of like reset. Like he just like kind of gets overstimulated and then he has to reset, get back into it.
Well, one thing that Michael Johnson does so well is the multi-phase attack. So he hits you with a leg kick and he angles off and he comes right back in with something.
Mm-hmm.
Also, fun little bit of trivia. So Kamaru Usman, he has only been dropped from 2 people, Leon Edwards, and then in sparring, Michael Johnson. He said the first person that actually did that was Michael Johnson. He's like, I've never been dropped before. Hit me with that. I was like, wow, what the fuck is this? What is happening right now? And he just fell to the ground and couldn't get up. Then he wasn't knocked or anything. He just had a hard time getting up. And then Leon Edwards, it's crazy. But he said that Michael Johnson, that one actually, he felt it. Leon Edwards was he just slept. He just fell asleep for 20 minutes. Yeah. That's what it felt like to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that's kind of weird too, is you have to bite down the mouthpiece in the 3rd round. And it's I don't know, it's scary getting knocked out, obviously. I've never been knocked out, but I can only imagine it's scary because I'm scared of it. But everyone that talks about it, they're like, yeah, it's just like a light going out, Stephen Thompson talked about that with Anthony Pettis when Anthony Pettis knocked him out. He's like, yeah, I just went out. I just woke up.
It's funny because everyone that's been knocked out that hasn't been knocked out yet, they all say the same thing. What a relief.
Yeah.
Because they built this up in their head that they're like, man, hopefully I don't get knocked out this time. Hopefully I don't get knocked out. Hopefully I don't get knocked out.
Yeah.
And then they get knocked out and they're like, oh, it wasn't so bad.
I feel like people do that with, they become more exciting fighters after they lose their first loss as well.
Because they're like, oh, okay. Yeah,
they're not trying to I just need to be perfect. Yeah. It's okay, I lost. Okay, whatever. There's worse things that happen in life.
True.
And then they become a more fun fighter after that.
How about Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg?
I feel like it's going to be a bad night for Yuri, but Yuri does Yuri things.
You don't know with Yuri. If he's sitting outside of the UFC event the night before doing that weird chanting thing.
Yeah.
That's a different Yuri.
Yeah. But also it's it's a very interesting test for Carlos Ulberg because he obviously wants to fight Alex Pereira. And it's well, you're going to have to put out Yuri, I think, to really solidify, hey, you're going to have to fight me, buddy.
Yeah. I think that's true because of his age, Pereira's age.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he doesn't put out Yuri, then it's he didn't really put out Yuri. It was pretty back and forth fight. Then it's okay, well, Pereira's age, let's just get him some super fights because we want him to be a star, make some money, make us some money, and then he could sail off in the sunset.
Yeah, you just keep your star alive.
Yeah, because I don't think Carlos Ulberg versus Pereira draws as many eyes if he doesn't put him out. So it's not really star packed.
Yeah.
I don't think Ankalaev, the first one, really drew eyes, except for the fact that it was Pereira. And the second one was it was just because we want to see Pereira take out.
Yeah,
Ankalaev.
it was let's run this back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ankalaev doesn't draw eyes. We're not going to watch the next Ankalaev. If Carlos Ulberg doesn't put out Yuri, and then let's say the next fight, he doesn't put out whoever he fights next, it's like, yeah, we're gonna like him on the card, but we're not gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, I mean, because like I love watching Carl Solberg fight, and I think him versus Alex Pereira is ultimately like the fight that we all want to see. Like that's a
Maybe.
fucking. I mean, that's a 205 barn burner right there.
maybe. Like,
Maybe.
I mean, let's see how it goes against Yuri.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Because
like,
what if Yuri just goes in there and sleeps him right away?
yeah, I mean,
then
like,
it's like, why are we
but I
wasting
mean,
our
like,
time?
stylistically, like both their styles match up really well. Where it's like this really high paced, high level kickboxing match that either one of them can get put out.
You think
like
Carlos
just on
is,
paper.
You think Carlos is a high paced fighter
For 205, I think he's pretty high paced.
for the division?
Yeah. Not like Yuri and Khalil Roundtree.
That was fast paced.
Yeah, outside of that, it's pretty like like I don't know that he's pretty like powerful and like he's got that speed.
Yeah, I just think that if Yuri doesn't get put out by Carlos, then Pereira is going to go into that fight like, I'm going to take this.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? And so if you have Pereira thinking that, he's not going to be waiting, but I guarantee you Carlos is like, fuck, dude. He got that touch?
Well, because he's gonna like how Carlos fights normally is like he'll make his reads, and then from there, usually it's like the first like minute or two, he's gonna be like kind of like paced,
Yeah.
and then he goes for his kill shots, right?
Yeah.
But if Pereira's already going for his kill shots because he does not respect you, like that's scary.
Well, not even that. I think that he will just be backing him up the whole time, doing that like really cool Pereira style,
Yeah.
where he's like, and then whenever you feel comfortable, he hits you with like a low kick, and then it's like, oh fuck, I didn't like that low kick, but I haven't even felt his hand yet. Low kick again, and then he like hits you with a hard hook, and you're like, oh, I felt that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, why? You're like, why is he not coming in? It's like, because he's patient, bro. He's gonna pick you apart. You're not gonna have a good night.
Yeah.
Like,
then he just throws that fucking knee.
oh, dude.
The jumping knee just around the fence.
Yeah.
Puts him out. That'd be crazy.
That'd be sick.
Also, if that actually did happen and then you just have to circle back to this moment, would be sick.
That would be sick. Then you have Mike Malott versus Gilbert Burns. I think this is Gilbert Burns' send-off.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting fight because they both are high-level grapplers. I just don't really see it going to the ground. I think Mike Malott takes it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be decision, though.
I think it's gonna. I think it might be like that. I know that Gilbert can get knocked because didn't Dan Hooker knock out Gilbert?
Yeah, but he was also 145, I believe, or 155. Sorry,
I was like, holy fuck, he made it to 145.
Gilbert Burns was 145, or one of those.
Holy
Gilbert
shit,
Burns,
he made it to 145.
Yeah, Gilbert Burns was 155 when he fought Dan Hooker.
Yeah,
and now he fights at 170, so it's like a little bit less of a weight cut.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
I know, it's crazy that if he was,
believe that,
dude, if he was able to just like keep at 155, how much of a problem he would have been? Because he has power at 170.
I don't know. I think he would get injured more.
Maybe
because he already is susceptible to injury at 170.
So you think it's Malott by decision, or do you think that he knocks him?
I think it's possible he gets knocked or TKO'd because he does get clipped. He kind of has that the Oliveira thing where he gets clipped and then he goes on his back, tries to pull guard. But I don't know. He definitely could be TKO'd, but it's probably going to go the distance, I would assume, because what we saw with Kevin Holland.
Yeah, and I also, Gilbert Burns is still Gilbert Burns, though. Like, he's only been fighting killers, so this is definitely, whether or not you're high or low on Mike Malott is where you would probably see the fight going.
Yeah.
I'm pretty high on Mike Malott. I think he's pretty good. I don't know how he got Neil Magni'd, but, that was a weird fight. But outside of that, he's been pretty consistent and solid. So I think that he would win. I just don't know if he has the heavy hands to really put out.
I think he's younger than he actually is, too. I think he's like 32, right? 32, 33.
Yeah, I think he's probably
I always think he's like 25 coming into the sport. I'm always like, wow, dude, he's a young buck. When he gets there,
just
I'm
no,
he's there.
He's just a young lad.
Yeah. So it's like, Gilbert can definitely get this done because he's got hands. But
people forget that he's got.
People do forget. I'll have to make a better prediction when we get closer. But as of right now, knee jerk reaction, Mike Malott.
Yeah.
The thing that's weird though is I mean, a lot of the internet has already known about the Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott thing for a long time, like months, because it got leaked on a stream. He was at Killcliff with one of the streamers. It was like Steiny or
Neon
or one of those guys.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, do you have a fight coming up?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a Canadian guy, Mike Malott." And he said it on the stream.
Yeah.
So he's known for a while.
I mean, it's also a different thing where it's like it's only announced once it's pen to paper. But like he probably was like, "Yeah, we're definitely gonna get it done. It's just a matter of signing it."
Yeah, what he said was, "I'm supposed to fight." You know what I mean? Supposed to. That's what everyone says. I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to do that.
You get that back and forth of like, "Oh yeah," but I mean, most likely it's gonna be in Canada because like Mike Malott, like for some reason, only fights in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe it's like the hometown vibe. Like he just wants that. So maybe there was like an issue of scheduling that way, or little things like that.
The other thing is with the Pereira thing. Going back to that,
yeah.
So at the press conference, Dana White was asked if Cosmot was going to go up to heavyweight, and he said, "No, that guy's got to defend his fucking belt. What are we doing here? You're not going to keep doing this shit, you know?"
Yeah.
Not like that, but that's the gist.
No, I respect that too.
And in the same breath, the reporter said, it might have been Schmo, but I couldn't see the reporter. I could just see him. And he said, Pereira going up to heavyweight. You think that's a possibility? And he said, Pereira's done everything that we asked him, and he's been at 205 for a minute. Like, if he wants to, he can pretty much have whatever he wants. We'll definitely work with him. But the clip art that I saw, if he goes up to heavyweight, you thinking gone?
Yeah, I think everyone thinks it's gone too. I mean, I don't know who else would be, because
you can't do Jones.
Well, if he goes up to heavyweight, he's going for the belt. It's not going to be Tom because Tom's in and out of surgery. He has no depth perception.
I don't see them fighting.
Yeah, fucking got him. He has like dark spots when his vision and stuff like that. Like he has a lot of stuff that I guess like that eye poke really did fuck him up. Newsflash, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it probably did fuck him up. He has fucking sausages for fingers that are made out of wood.
Well, Brendan Schaub, I mean, he said it best, I think. He was like, dude, he's been like doing jujitsu and all this stuff since he was like 5 years old. Like he's been dealing with all, little nicks and dings and stuff like that his entire career. He blew out his knee one time. Like, you just think that he's just like faking this for the bit or something? It's like, no, he's like actually having to deal with this shit, but like,
dude, do you see the fucking slow-mo of that?
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it crazy how people are just like fucking hating on him, or like Waldo this past weekend?
The reason that I'm hating on him is because it's not because he got eye poked. He couldn't help that. I know he's going through it. I know he had surgery. I know he had all this stuff, and I feel for him. Yet I think that he was such a big catalyst for everyone now doing this huge like crusade about eye pokes. Like, do you see Patty?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. He said the most fucking stupid thing. He was like sitting on his couch and he's like, yeah, I think it's interesting that Trevor Whitman has the gloves for the UFC, but he won't give them to the UFC. They're supposed to prevent eye pokes, and all of his people are the people that are eye poking people. It's like, dude, chill out. First off, that thumb that went in your eye was like, he didn't it was like, that was a freak accident. Like, sorry that freak accidents happen when you're flailing limbs at each other.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, weird shit happens. But then also, I think on the Joe Rogan podcast back in the day,
they can't get money.
Yeah,
it's a money issue.
Yeah.
Dana's not willing to play ball with how much Trevor wants.
Yeah.
But you got to imagine, when you have something of value, it has a value.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
So his value is the value.
Yeah.
That's his price. So if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. If like someone like PFL or something comes along, or LFA or whatever, and they're like, if one of these organizations like scrapes up the money, like one champion or something, and they go, man, we really want to play ball with you and give me your gloves. He's going to give them that, and it's going to be proprietary at that point for one. It'd be one and Trevor Whitman. That would be it. So it's like, I don't know why he wouldn't pay the fee. You pay the piper at that point, because they are going to reduce eye pokes.
Yeah. And and they're more comfortable and
But
they
you
seem
don't
more
give
efficient.
them. You don't just give them away.
Yeah,
Like the fact that
you could just have the whole patent and everything.
Yeah, the fact that Patty was just like, I don't know why he doesn't just give him the UFC. Why would you give him to the UFC? That's ridiculous.
That'd be like
That's
just
the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
As dickheadish as it might sound, but like if you found the cure for cancer, you're not gonna just give that shit for free.
Yeah.
Like, altruism's one thing, but like,
you're gonna be like, damn, dude, Sean's family, no one has cancer for 150 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're a bunch of fucking sharks out here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one else in heavyweight that's gonna fight Pereira.
I agree.
That is gonna either A, draw eyes, or B, be in contention for a title shot.
The only thing that hits those criteria is John Jones. But with that guy leaking the John Jones information about the hip, Dana will not let him fight, because why would you taint that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has arthritis of the hip, really bad. He could barely walk. He needs surgery on it. He needs like a hip replacement, basically.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. I mean, I know that someone was, I don't know if it was within the UFC or something like that. There has been a little bit of maybe Pereira and Jones at 205.
There's a way. There's definitely a way. But I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
Because they actually walk around very similar weights. So if Pereira can make it to 205, Jones can make it to 205.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he'll be a very jacked 205.
I think that'd be a sick fight, though.
Dude, at 205.
Him come back to 205,
End his
reclaims the
career.
belt, and then he rides off in the sunset
Ends his career where he started.
as the GOAT.
That would honestly, you gave me chills.
You're welcome. I'm out here selling fights.
Bro, I don't know if he's ever going to go to. Did he said that he's going to go to 205?
No, it's just been like certain people
Speculating.
talking about it and speculating. But like, people that have,
Because he said previously, not like this year or last year, but like years ago, when he was like, no, I'm making my way up to heavyweight. Once I get to heavyweight, I'm not coming back down.
yeah.
So I don't think he would. But I mean, if the money's right, the eyes are there, the fight is right.
Yeah.
He's here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's people that like, talk about it that are, they have friends in the UFC and things like that. So it's like that kind of people that are just like speculating rumors that that could definitely be in play.
Word. Then you got Brady versus Buckley.
Oh gosh, that's an interesting one. Because it's either Buckley puts out Brady, and then we're talking about Brady on the legit skid, or Buckley loses twice in a row to high-level grapplers and gets submitted by Brady, I feel.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's a toughie.
I mean, the spicy pick is that it doesn't go, or that it does go decision, I think.
I think Brady takes that.
I think Brady might take that. He's got really good hands. And the only reason why he lost to Morales is because Morales is an absolute fucking giant in that division.
Because Morales is really a heavyweight.
Yeah, dude, literally, he's supposed to fight John Jones this
Bro,
summer. Like,
that's
what the
crazy.
hell?
Yeah, he was fucking mad. He looked like a creative character.
Dude, he was taller than Sean Brady, and he was like hunched over. He was doing like where like his hips were back and boxing that way. And like, so you lose like probably 3 or 4 inches, and he was still the same height or like a little bit taller.
He was still like half a foot taller. Yeah,
dude. I was like, what the?
Are you 7 feet
Who is
tall?
this fucking giant at 170?
He's
like,
fucking massive.
what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have Tatsu Taira. I mean, that's so lame that Tatsu Taira is fighting Josh Fan.
Yeah. Like, even if like, again, we talking about how we don't think that he really won against Brandon Moreno, but even if you say, let's say you did think that he won against Brandon Moreno, you think that fight was more impressive than Manel Kopp versus Brendan Royval?
They're just finding ways to rob.
Yeah, I think so. Like, honestly, like, it's like you're making a strong argument at that point, right? Because Tatsu Taira is, I mean, I'm not saying he's like bad or anything, right? But I don't think he's like a world champion fighter yet.
Yeah, the only reason he's so high up in there is because the division's so thin.
That's true. But like, I think that if it goes the way I think it's going to go, he probably will win that. I think that he just gets it to the ground and then submits him. Because once it gets to the ground,
It's over.
It's
a
pretty
wrap.
much over.
No, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Like, and so I think that's probably what's going to happen. That's his only method of victory. And I think he understood that after the Royval fight, when Royval, every single time Royval was striking with him, he was just getting obliterated on the feet. Like he was getting out angled. His footwork was not near, he was a stick in the mud. And then whenever he went to the ground with Royval, that was when he was having really good success.
Royval is so much better than Josh Van on the ground, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, worlds better.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And so I think, but from that loss, I think he's like, okay, I know that like when I'm against a striker, I'm going to have to grapple. I can't just go and, you know, hope for the best on the feet. It's like I really got to go and just do my strength on that. And then when I'm against a grappler, then I can use that as my strength.
Do you think
for striking?
Do you think that he goes for a single leg on Tatsu Taira and he flips him backwards and he snaps Tatsu Taira's arm in the first like 30 seconds to cause a what is it, title defense?
I think he goes and he circles out, and Tatsu Taira tries to switch stance when he does that. And then when he does that, he actually twists his ankle, and then like his knee buckles after that. And then he just kind of falls to the ground, and then he tries to get back up, and then his arm just snaps.
Yeah, but then you couldn't make the argument that Van caused it.
What are you talking about? He circled out.
Oh, okay.
He started.
Dude, I'm a black belt. I've been training my entire life. God, that comment, I was just like, oh my God, dude, get off the toilet, put down the phone, go outside, touch some grass.
In
like,
his
holy.
defense, he is right. Like, you shouldn't do that, but also not in his defense. Like, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, that's a mistake though. That wasn't, and that was like first thing in the fight, you know,
Yeah,
it's like.
That wasn't a Josh Van exposing.
He didn't cause it, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a mental lapse.
Dude, it was a freak accident.
Turned into a freak accident.
The point was, it's a freak accident, and it's weird that people are like, he caused that. He's been training that move. He's been doing the Aldana.
Yeah.
That's all we trained in my camp.
Yeah, was to hope that he posts on his hand.
Yeah, dude,
and
the
just
fucking
snap
post.
his fucking elbow. But the thing is that either one of those fighters have so many holes in their game compared to the other fighters in that division.
I agree 100%. And I think that he just wants to get title defense. So if he wins it, I could see him winning it too. I could see him clipping Homeboy and like trying to finish it.
But then he has to go up against Horiguchi. Or he has to go up against Pantoja.
Pantoja.
Or he has to go against
Cop.
Manel.
Yeah, it's like, dude, anyone, he's just trying to get a title defense because everyone says the title defense is the hardest fight in the division. Getting the title is one thing, but defending the title is another.
And I completely agree with that, though.
I agree, too.
Because it's like either you build it too much in your head and then you almost like freeze up because it's like the moment is almost too big for you.
Yeah.
Or you're like, oh, I've won it. Like, kind of like when people are like, oh, yeah, like, you know, I lost all the weight, but now I just have to maintain it. It's like, no, that's when it actually is difficult. Is like when you have to actually just maintain what you built. Like, that's the most difficult part of that journey.
I think of everyone in that division, though, Tatsu Taira is his best chance of success.
I agree.
And that's why he took that fight.
I definitely agree.
And that's why he called for that fight. And that's
Brendan.
why he basically manufactured that entire thing. Cop is a way harder fighter. He takes that fight 10 times out of 10. He's a black belt, knocks people out. Like, dude, he just didn't want that smoke.
Yeah, it's a strength versus strength too, right? So like Joshua Van's best assets are pressuring and striking.
Boxing specifically.
Yeah. Manel's best like abilities that he has.
Kickboxing.
Striking and pressuring.
Yeah.
So it's like that's when it gets.
But he does such a better job using all of his limbs.
Yeah.
As opposed to the boxing. He could definitely outstrike, I think.
Also, he has the X factor. He has the touch.
He does have the touch.
I'm not saying that Josh Van doesn't have the touch, but I think most of his success and wins have come from his pressure overwhelming his opponent.
All right, before we get into this week's fight picks, we are going live this Saturday on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. We'll be reacting and live betting on each fight. So win big, lose big. You don't want to miss it.
First fight up, we have Wes Schultz versus Damian Piñas. Who do you got?
I have Wes Schultz. I don't want him to win, but I think he's going to win just because of his style of fighting. He likes to pressure you against the cage, take you down, wrestle you a bit, and then get any one of his submissions. I want Damian to win, though.
The thing that makes it really difficult is that Damian does have that touch.
That's why I want him to win. But the thing is, though, is I think that he just waits too much.
He does weigh a lot. He likes to be on the cage a lot.
But when he touches you, you die. Like, dude, when he cracked that dude on Dana White Contender Series, that guy's still asleep. Like, that guy, dude, the way he collapsed.
Straight up just Microsoft shut down.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it was bad.
I do also have Wes Schultz.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he's a little bit more well-rounded. Piñas can definitely get this done. Like I'm like this is
so hard,
very
to bet on.
close fight.
Very hard.
I think, but I think you're gonna have to go with the grappler on this one.
I think so,
especially because they're kind of close in height and reach. If Piñas was like maybe 6'3" and Wes was maybe like 5'11", 5'10", I'd be like, okay, well, like there's a huge advantage here. But because they're so close in reach and height, I'm going to say that the grappler is going to ultimately get it to the ground. And I think once he gets it to the ground, he's going to just get it done. I mean, that Contender Series submission they pulled was wild. I've never seen that before. That was the worst. I literally felt so bad for that dude. Like, he was just in the worst splits of his life. And I was like, absolutely not.
But I mean, you can definitely argue that he can get Mansurd. Like Wes went against Mansurd before, and he just got ground and pounded, I think in like the second or third round. And he could definitely have that happen. Damian could just clip him, get on top of him, end it. But I think that Wes Schultz is going to take him down, grapple him, and Damian has a tough time getting off his back.
I agree. And I think that Mansur has way better grappling than Piñas does.
He was way more active as a striker as well. And he was touching Wes a lot.
Yeah.
With some heavy shots, and Wes was still up.
Yeah, he throws. Yeah, he does throw like some good volume. Yeah, I completely agree. He doesn't wait for that one shot.
But just so we're all clear, I don't want Wes to win. I want Damian to win. Just so we're clear, I'm not a fan of Wes. I want Damian to win, but I just have to go with the grappler on this one.
Next fight up, we have Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. Who you got?
I
swear, if you say Silva, I might just walk out.
I have Francis Marshall.
I
think he's going to walk through this 38-year-old bum. No, I think he is going to walk through this guy, though. He's 38, and he's not that great. I was watching. So the last fight I watched of Francis Marshall was the Ankalaev versus Pereira 1 on that card. And I actually had Marshall winning that. But I think that they pushed Marion. I say his name, Marion?
Yeah, Myron Santos.
Yeah. So I think they pushed Myron Santos forward because they just wanted him. It's better for the sport to do that. I didn't have him win that fight. I thought it was a split decision, but I thought he won that fight.
That's very funny. I actually completely agree with you on that assessment, too. I had him winning that fight as well. And I also thought that they were pushing an agenda. Fun fact, we didn't watch it in the same room. We were watching it like fucking, what? 18.
You were in Texas. I was in
Texas.
Ah, yeah. I was in Texas. You were in Vegas.
Yeah, I was here, and then I couldn't even watch the main card, so I spent $80. Didn't even get to watch the main card.
Yeah, and also I think that Eric, the only people that he fights are like entry level fighters.
Yeah, I mean he's 0-2 so far in the UFC as well.
Yeah, it's not a very good look.
He got finished in both of his UFC fights so far as well. I don't know if Francis is gonna finish him, but he definitely is gonna have like a convincing.
Dude, he clipped Marion. You know what I mean? Like, how do you say Myron?
Yeah.
I mean, he could definitely get it done. He also, that other guy, Francis, he lost to Gumas. Gumas, yeah. I mean, he's very good.
Yeah, and it was split decision, I believe, too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He has a lot of split decisions in his career as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can definitely see him just, putting it to him and just, he could get like a TKO stoppage. I could definitely see that. But I think it's most likely going to go decision. Next fight up is Ernesta Karakaita versus Sofia Montenegro. Who you got?
I have Sofia to win this. Big fan of Sofia. Big fan. I think she has really good pressure. I think she has really good pressure. Her pressure is more like boxing, and Ernesta's more like kickboxing pressure. she kind of pushes you up against the cage and then tries to work from there as well. I saw that in a few of her fights that she just likes to work you straight back to the cage. But you're not going to get that with Sophia. She's going to meet you in the middle. She's going to make it a messy fight. And if she takes you to the ground, she's going to hold you there and just bash your face in. She is a very, very strong boxer, though. I really enjoyed watching her in Contender Series. And now that she's in the UFC, I feel like people that get in the UFC from Dana White Contender Series or the Ultimate Fighter, they just level up that much more. So I'm really excited to see what the next level is for Sophia.
This is actually my lock of the week. I have Sophia to win this by decision. Big fan of Sophia. Okay.
Big Sophia guy.
Big Sophia guy.
Big Sophia guy.
If you watch all of Ernesta's fights, they're like majority by decision. So she's like got a chin to outlast. Yeah, so she is just a decision fighter regardless. And I think that Sophia is really good. And I think she'll be able to outpace. And I think she's going to learn from her loss in the Contender Series. I think she just kind of gassed out a little bit. But with having like a full actual fight camp this time and all this stuff and actually being like, okay, I am a UFC fighter, I think this is going to change things with her. And I think we're going to see her level up in her debut.
I am the best.
Yeah, seriously. I think she's going to put on a really good show. I just think that Karikata is going to be just too much of a, like she's going to be too tough for her to actually put her down. So I think it goes decision, probably split decision though. Next fight up is Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Javier Reyes. Who you got?
I have Douglas Silva de Andrade. No, I have Andrade on this one. I think that a lot of people are going to call me crazy, but Andrade is a 40-year-old dog. He's been in this game forever. He's only lost to Peter Yan, Ron Murphy, Rob Font when Rob Font was Rob Font. Actually, the only TKO loss that he has in his entire career was from the Peter Yan fight, but it was a stoppage. They just threw in the towel, basically. A lot of people are so high on this guy. He does the same thing. The whole entire Dana White Contender Series fight, all he did was spam the same combo the entire time, and the guy never did anything about it. It was a double jab feint, so he just feinted in. He grabbed the lead hand, did a right hand, left hook. That's all he did. And he spammed it every single 5 seconds. And the guy didn't do anything. I think this guy's a one-trick pony. I think De Silva is a veteran of the game. He's not going to be, snake charmed in with these lame early entry-level feints. He just seems like an entry-level fighter. I don't think that he's going to have any problem.
I also have Andrade to win this.
No way.
Yeah. I think that Reyes is one-dimensional in the fact that he is pretty much a pure striker. We haven't seen much from his ground game, but Silva has really, really good ground game. I think that he can definitely use that to his advantage and use his gas tank to an advantage. He can really just push the pace. His last fight was against Miles Johns, Joe's favorite fighter.
Only the right hand.
And he lost a decision, but I mean, Miles Johns, a good fighter as well. I mean, the people that he's lost to is just a completely different level than Reyes, in my opinion. I haven't seen enough from Reyes where I'm like, oh, he's a world beater. The people that Andrade has lost to are world beaters. Like Saeed Nurmagomedov, absolute dog. Guess what else Nurmagomedov has? A slightly decent ground game. Miles Johns has a good ground game. Like the people that he's losing to are people that have good ground games.
But look at also who he's winning to. He's winning against people like Cody Stanman. Dude, that guy winning against him is insane. That his cardio, his pace, his wrestling, his insane striking and power, that alone. And that was like either his last fight or the fight before. Great fight to win.
This guy beat Chito Vera when Chito Vera was Chito Vera.
Yeah, like this guy's not a slouch.
He's not a bad fighter. I mean, the only thing I'd be worried about is him being 40. Maybe he
all of a
gasses
sudden
out.
All of a sudden gets chinny.
Yeah, like some weird shit like that happens. I mean, for the perfect parlay, some shit like that does happen. Let's be honest. But like besides that, the fact that he's a underdog in this fight and this guy hasn't even fought in the UFC yet is crazy. That's a crazy hype train.
Is he an underdog?
Yeah.
I bet it's just because of the age.
He's plus 200.
Load up, bet the house.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I think he's too good to be like, oh, yeah, he's just going to, Javier Reyes is going to just walk right through him. Literally 85% of people that voted on Tapology say that Javier Reyes is going to win. Half of them are saying by knockout.
Telling you, it's that Dana White Contender Series. He looked good in there, but he just kept throwing the same shit. It was the same combo on spam. Yeah,
but yeah, and like I think it's the same thing as we saw him with was it Devaye this past weekend, where they're like so used to being in the regional circuit, right? Where everything that they use works. And then they go into the UFC. But everyone in the UFC is like the master of the same people that are like the masters of those regional circuits as well. So it's like you have to level up beyond that. So you can't just do the same stuff that you were doing that wins the fights in the lower levels.
Oh, you mean like the entry level UFC fighter is like the champ of their regional circuit?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, good on you. Like, you know, I also was that guy, you know? So
it's like, I was that guy 4 fights ago, and now I'm on a 4-fight winning streak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, and some of these people just have so many tricks up their sleeve, especially older fighters. You have to watch out because they've sparred a lot, they've trained a lot, they've fought a lot. So because of that, they have these little tricks to the trade.
Well, veterans.
They're veterans of the game. And I think that Douglas can definitely get it done. And I think that he most likely will get it done. Next fight up we have is Christian Quiones versus Chris Mutino. Who you got?
I have Christian Quiones on this. I think that Chris, what's the last name?
Moutinho.
I think Chris Moutinho, I mean, he has a chin, obviously, because, I mean, we saw him against Sean O'Malley. But
yeah, we also know he doesn't have a chin because we saw him against Malcolm Wellmaker.
Dude, but Wellmaker, he puts people to sleep, though.
Everyone except for Ethan Ewing.
Yeah. Yeah, but he also went up to 140. That's a whole thing. Yeah, I think that Christian just needs to learn how to defend an RNC. He has 3 submission losses in his pro career, and all of them are from rear naked choke. Bro, you got to get your rear naked choke game up.
Protect your neck.
Yeah. One of those losses, though, was from that guy, Ione Barsalis. How do you say his name?
Yeah, Ione Barcias.
Yeah, Ione Barcias. And it's like, brother, that guy, he must train in Dagestan or something where they're not testing. There's no way this guy's 40 and he looks like that. He has the gas tank for days. He has the power for days. This is the prime of his career.
Yeah, he's on that Dillashaw training routine.
Yeah, holy shit. He must be fighting out of alpha male.
He's fighting out of EPO. I have Chris Mutino to win this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I have Christian Quiones. Moutinho is not a very good fighter. I think
he's got heart.
He's got heart.
He's from Boston. That's why.
The only reason why he's in the UFC though and stays in the UFC is I think mostly because of the Sean O'Malley fight. That was a sick fight. I mean, for Sean O'Malley. But
dude, so sick for Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, like
what a sick highlight.
What was it, like 89% strike accuracy or something like that in that fight?
When he did that feint and then did the uppercut, I was like, oh,
dude. Sidebar on that, his like spinning fakes are so good,
so good.
Oh my gosh, it looks like he's styling on them, but then you're like, oh, there's a reason why he's doing that. Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But back to Quiones. Quiones, yeah, he's not a really good grappler. But I don't think he's going to have an issue because I don't think that Moutinho is a very good grappler either. I hope that his chin holds up because he got absolutely smoked by Wellmaker in his last fight. I don't know if it's going to go to decision. I mean, if anything, obviously, knockout is definitely in play. Next fight up is Macy Chiasson versus Aline Perez.
I have Perez to win. I think that Macy is ass at fighting right now. I don't know what her deal is. She used to be so good. I used to love watching her fight. She used to be like the Dustin Poirier of the women's division. And now she just doesn't know anything. I don't know what her deal is. Like, did the competition just get that good all of a sudden? Last time she was good was when she was dusting, what's her name? Aldana. Last time she was good is when she was dusting Aldana until she got up kicked to the liver. Like, that was the last time she was good. She has so many canceled fights. She goes in there, she starts fighting, goes straight back towards the fence, gets out grappled. She does everything wrong. She's a tall ass fighter fighting a short man's game. What are you doing? What are we up to here? So I just think that she's just going to get, she's just going to get manhandled. I think Eileen, I think she's going to win this.
Yeah, I also have Perez in this. I'm not going to bet on Chazon to win for a long time because right now she's just a coin flip fighter. Like you just don't know who you're going to get. With our luck, she's going to come out and look like the world beater that we think that she is. Like what we thought the last fight she was going to be.
The last 5 fights?
Yeah. But I feel like her cardio is subpar, to say it very nicely.
Talk about her grappling.
Her grappling is non-existent.
Talk about her fight IQ when it comes to striking.
Yeah, her striking. Dude, stop it. Her striking when she's on is really good.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So fun to watch.
Very, very she uses every tool in the tool chest. And it's really cool to see. She's using elbows, she's using knees, she's using kicks, she's using her length as an actual weapon. She hasn't been doing that the last couple of fights. And I think Perez she's so polished. She's a really good fighter. And I think that she's just going to move right up past this one. Next fight up is Jose Medina versus Ryan Gondra. Who you got?
So this is actually my lock of the week. Ryan Gondra by KO. Jose's on a fat skid right now. This guy's going to get knocked. I guarantee he's getting knocked. He's only fought killers since he's been in the UFC. Magomed, Zachary Reese, Atiba, Dusko. Insane.
Oh, yeah, and Gautier.
Yeah, and Atiba.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Gondra hits like a truck and he presses the pace. This is 100% a knockout. I don't know what the odds are on the knockout, but that's the lock of the week is a knockout. That's just the easiest thing in the world. Easy money.
I mean, honestly, it might be a pretty good bet, seeing that that's most likely how that fight's going to happen. His hands are so sick. Like watching him in the Contender Series, this guy's a fucking problem. I definitely have Ryan Gondra on this one. He's a minus 550 right now.
Gondra?
Yeah, just regular. That's just for him money line, and I think that is being way too generous. Because I think that no matter what, even if it was to somehow go to decision, there's no way Medina is got any answers for Ryan's overall offense.
Honestly, I don't think Medina has any answers for anyone that's in the UFC.
I mean, you're the one that picked him last time, not me. So
I thought he was a different guy. I thought he was Aswell. Dude, that guy sucks. Jose sucks, bro. Jose's the worst.
Dude, that's why I was so confused when you said it was your lock of the week. I was like, brother, are you sure about this?
I just ruined everyone's parlay that week. I don't want to talk about it. Next fight.
All right, next fight is a really fun fight. We have Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. Who you got?
All right, I have Santiago Luna on this one. It's crazy that Angel lost his fight in Dana White Contender Series and still won a contract. That means he's going to be a very fun fighter. I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything. Santiago Luna, he comes out, he knocks Lei Kwang after he just got rocked. First thing of the fight. It's going to be a very interesting fight. Very excited.
Yeah, I mean, no, I definitely have Santiago Luna. I'm a huge fan of his. Very young prospect. I think he's 22, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's 21. Okay, just fresh 21. And he is just a really good prospect. His hands fucking hit hard too. And you also got to think with these some of these Mexican fighters, because they train in Mexico City, that's a huge advantage with the altitude, because I believe it's at like 10,000 feet there. So that's a huge advantage going into the fight as well. And I think that he's just going to look really good in this fight. He's going to be in the hometown crowd, and he's going to maybe even get a finish. He might get a finish. He can get a finish anywhere too. He has submission victories. He has finishes, obviously striking. So I think he's just going to be a really good prospect, and he's going to show how good he is. I most likely think that it's going to go to decision. I think that Angel Pacheco is a dog. the fact that you go decision with Danny Silva on Contender Series, like you just know that was a fucking barn burner from beginning to end. Fight up is Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Kevin Borges. Who you got?
I have Rodriguez on this. I love his boxing. I love his wrestling. I love his pressure. I love his shot selection. I just love everything about this kid. I love his mentality. I watched him on the Ultimate Fighter, and he's been training with DC. DC, you know, he's just going to turn out some killers soon. I love the DC's in their training, just sidebar. But yeah, I think his boxing's going to be too much. His pressure's going to be too much. Wrestling's too much. He's just better all the way through. Kevin doesn't stand a chance against this guy.
I completely agree. I think that Rodriguez is going to be the next person we're going to be talking about in the 125 division that we're like, this guy's a fucking problem. Comes into the Ultimate Fighter, great hands, great boxer. His holes were definitely in grappling, but guess what? He goes to DC, goes on DC's team, becomes friends with DC, ultimately becomes DC becomes his actual coach, and now he's got probably really good grappling from what we at least I've seen in his training videos. He put out the guy in Contender Series first round, crazy for a 125er, so I have really high expectations on him in this fight, and I think he's gonna exceed these expectations.
Yeah, he's 26 years old in a division that is so thin. He's only like 2 to 3 fights away from fighting for that belt.
Oh, seriously. But honestly, him, in 2 or 3 fights, and he goes up against one of those top 5 guys, even like a Brandon Moreno, a Brandon Royval, Manel Kopp, Joshua Van. Those are going to be some really, really fun fights with his potential with the striking game. Next fight up is Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunez. Who you got?
I have Edgar for this one. He's a better striker and grappler all the way around. Every fight camp, he's getting better. He's 30 years old, so he has a lot of fight camps to get better and better and better, and he's already a killer. Felipe is 36 years old, kind of set in his ways. He's 1-2 in the UFC. I just don't see him getting this done, especially against a killer like Edgar. I think that Edgar can finish it anywhere. We can see a knockout. We can see a submission. We can see it anywhere.
I completely agree. I think that Chairez takes this. Again, home field advantage is going to be a big thing in this one. Being in Mexico City. I think that his grappling I think it's better, but it's better because he's one of those guys that once he sees the submission, he goes for the submission, which, I mean, obviously position for before submission in regular jiu-jitsu. But in MMA, like you kind of have to take the opportunities when they're presented to you. And he does a really good job of wherever he can snatch something, he can snatch it, whether it's the neck, armbar, anything like that. He really tries to get that submission and then gets the position while he's, getting that submission going. His boxing is really good too. It's only getting better. Every single fight, he's looking like a little bit crisper on the feet. He's getting a little bit faster on the ground. And I think that he's going to really show that he's a problem in this division. Next fight, we have Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green. Who you got?
This is a very interesting fight. I have Daniel Zellhuber winning this. King Green, in his last fight, he just looks so good at his age. It's insane. Interesting enough, Michael Johnson also looked really good at his age, and he was able to get the win over Daniel. I just think that the way Daniel fights is going to be very good in this fight against King Green. King Green likes to have his hands down, slip side to side. If you rewatch how he was fighting Michael Johnson, he's throwing a lot of head kicks. Those head kicks, when you're bouncing around like this, he's eventually going to catch him. I guarantee you. Keeps him at bay with those straight punches, throws the head kick. He's definitely going to clip King Green once or twice in this fight, maybe even puts him out. I mean, he could definitely get put out. We've seen him get put out. Daniel Zellhuber has a lot of power too. Very patient in there. He is kind of young, so hopefully he's able to recognize his previous faults and then fix them in this fight and get the job done. But I think that's a perfect fight to send King Green out on if he gets finished poorly. Like if he gets knocked the fuck out, like maybe call it a day.
At first, I had King Green for this because I don't know, like the Michael Johnson fight with Daniel Zellhuber. I think that Daniel Zellhuber didn't look particularly well in it. And I think that Michael Johnson looked really good. Michael Johnson, I mean, they obviously don't have the same style, but they also have kind of similar styles at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're very fast. They got really good boxing, things like this, and they are really good at getting
Things
in.
like this.
Yeah, getting in and getting out of striking distance. And I was like, if he was having fits with Michael Johnson's striking, and Michael Johnson's striking is a little bit more orthodox than King Green's. Like, I think that King Green might pose problems. But Daniel Zellhuber, I think, is going to win this the more I think about it, because he does have Nixick in his corner out of Extreme Couture. And if he's paying attention to what he's got to say, they definitely have made the changes in his fight game to ultimately make it where he can actually have advantages in this fight. If he doesn't listen to him and he just does his own thing, we're going to see the similar fight as him versus Michael Johnson. But I think that they're going to make the proper adjustments, and he's going to ultimately win this fight. Next fight up we have is Chito Vera versus David Martinez. Who you got?
I'm going to regret it, but I do have Chito Vera. I'm sorry, guys. I'm an addict. Chito Vera, I think he's going to win by decision. I think it's going to be an all right fight. Chito is facing a runner and a track star. This guy's going to be hitting and not getting hit. He's going to be pushing in and then just running around the fence. We've seen Chito in the past be inactive. We've seen him not be able to cut off the cage. But I think this is the one, guys. I think I think he's coming back, guys. Bear with me. I think this fool is going to come back. I was rewatching the Chito Vera versus Dominic Cruz fight just to get my hopes back up to what could be. And hopefully we see a knockout in this one. Maybe a head kick knockout right up against that cage. Come on, bring it home, boys.
Well, Joe, I'm also addicted to Chito Vera. I have Chito in this fight.
We ride.
No, David Martinez is good. I just don't think he's fought anyone the level of Chito. And if you're going to say, oh, well, he just beat Rob Font. Yeah, but Chito also beat Rob Font. But he also beat Rob Font when Rob Font was Rob Font.
Oh, my God. He made him look silly for 5 rounds.
Like, he beat the brakes off of Rob Font.
So bad.
Like,
It's one of my favorite fights for sure.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think that David Martinez is very similar to like a Natalia Silva in how he fights. It's like very weird, like that karate style where he kind of bladed and then he comes in, throws a couple punches, and he kind of comes back out. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that against Chito when Chito actually cracks you, because he can crack you and he has so many weapons. Rob Font is a little bit different of a fighter to go up against because he has the jab. Like, obviously he has a couple other tools, but his jab is his jab. And if you can just neutralize his jab, then you're fine. I think that Chito is dangerous pretty much everywhere. And on top of it, his kicks are fucking vicious. And I think that he is literally going to think, oh my God, my back is like against the wall. Because if he loses this, then he lost like 3 fights in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me double check.
I think it's 3 or 4, yeah.
He's lost 3 fights in a row so far. So this would be fight number 4 that he loses. I mean, that's a hard argument to say, oh, we should keep Chito in the UFC. I need Chito to be Chito.
Yeah.
And I think that he's going to be Chito that night. I just have a feeling he's going to like get with the program this time. I
hope
think
he does.
Or at least he's going to get one good shot where it's like, oh shit, this might be the end. And then he puts him out, which please, that'd be so good. But yeah, I just think that he's fought way better talent too. All right. The last fight, we have Brandon Moreno versus Lonnie Kavanaugh. Who you got?
I have Brandon Moreno. I don't think it's going to be super one-sided. I think it's going to be a really good dog fight. Kavanaugh is a really, really good striker. It's going to be very fun to watch. But Brandon Moreno is not a guy you take a short nose fight on, and this is a short nose fight. So Brandon Moreno is pretty much just going to look very good on this night, get a nice little paycheck, get home to the family, spend some money. I know that he just lost to Tatsutara. He didn't really, I think they should run that shit back because he was building a base while they were thinking he was getting TKO'd. He was building back to his feet. He was defensively sound. He was trying to get back to his feet. I just don't know. I could just be delusional or whatever, but it looked like he was building back to his feet. I thought that was an early stoppage. They should run that shit back. So if you're like, oh my God, but he lost to Tatsu Taira, he's gonna lose to this guy. Kavanaugh's not Tatsu Taira. like he's just not. So Brandon Moreno's taking this one. Short nose fight, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, I think it's honestly kind of disrespectful, the line right now. He's currently minus 245. I mean, that is the most lock of the week at that point. I'm sorry. Like, Brandon Moreno, like, only a couple fights ago was fighting for the belt. He has fought the who's who in the flyweight division. The only people he hasn't fought are people like Demetrius Johnson, because Demetrius Johnson was not in the picture by the time he got up there.
Maybe if Brandon Moreno was better in the Ultimate Fighter, he could have fought Demetrius Johnson instead of being a scrub.
Okay, well, you tell Brandon Moreno next time he's at Syndicate that he's a scrub, okay?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Lonnie Kavanaugh is good, but he's not proven yet. He came off his last fight was a loss against Charles Johnson. He's the number 29th ranked flyweight in the world versus the number 6 flyweight in the world. Another issue is that Brandon Moreno trains at altitude versus Lonnie Kavanaugh is coming in short notice. He trains in London. That's basically sea level. And so I think that's going to be a huge cardio advantage for that. So, I mean, if it goes the full distance, he's just going to get incrementally slower throughout the entire fight versus Brandon Moreno is going to keep the pace going for all 5 rounds. So, I don't know. I just think that that's a crazy line to have. Like, you have certain people on this card that are minus 600 favorites that are not nearly proven like Brandon Moreno. He's not, like, Lonnie Kavanaugh is not even in the top 15. He's an unranked fighter going up against number 6 fighter. Like, that's crazy that you have just realistic betting odds. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but, like, that's crazy.
All right, that's a wrap for this week's Fight Picks. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoy this content, all of our social media is linked in the bio. Be sure to subscribe, cash those tickets, and don't forget, bet smart, fight hard. We'll catch you in the next card.